Ladies and gentlemen, now I'm a little bit late to the Corvus Glaive party, but today we're finally taking this man up to rank 4 and we're going to have a bit of fun. I wanted to create a really epic Corvus video and I've spent a few hours doing all sorts of gameplay across Act 6 and we got some really fun stuff to share today. Now I wanted to start off with some Enquiries gameplay because he's a bit of a cheesy champion for this chapter and note. So every single hit that you land on the opponent you gain a fury, so your damage can ramp up very quickly. However, once you get above 8 you start to degenerate, but as long as Corvus Glaive has at least one glaive charge he is completely immune to dying. So yeah, this has an absolutely fantastic synergy for this chapter, and I wanted to take a slightly harder path with Corvus Glaive, so we've gone for the fully debuff immune one. We got some fights like Electro and also Morningstar, but this first fight against Ant-Man a little bit annoying, a little bit close to the wire just because of Ant-Man's glancing. This is mainly because glancing attacks cannot be critical, so you can't really deal that reliable damage against Ant-Man with Corvus. It is a little bit of an RNG fiesta in that matchup. However, Ant-Man is an Avenger, so it does allow Corvus to gain one charge, and as soon as he's got one charge, that crit damage is really going to spike up a fair bit. So you can see here in this Hulk matchup, we are hitting very hard. Our health is absolutely plummeting now, so we're a little bit on the rocks in the danger zone here, but this really is where some of the fun starts to begin with Corvus. Now in the next MODOK matchup, we do want to trigger his auto block and then knock him down with a heavy attack, so that's going to give us not only an additional charge, so more crit damage, but it's also going to give us true strike as well, meaning we can ignore all auto block, all evade, all of that super fun stuff. So yeah, it's really easy to trigger that off against MODOK, man. An absolutely fantastic time there. We probably could have finished him off a bit earlier with a special one, but there we go. Really clean and easy fight against the MODOK matchup. So now we've managed to acquire 2 glaive charges and we're moving on to the full debuff immune path. So the first matchup we got here is Mordo, and we're going in for a cheeky little 5 combo. So we do have the class disadvantage in this one. We're just absolutely hammering into this man. We managed to get a nice little intercept there as well, and this one is actually going really well. One of my favorite things about Corvus as well is just the amount of block damage that you can inflict with this lad, because all of the glaive hits on block are guaranteed crits that also do not consume glaive charges. But this is one of my favorite matchups just because it showcases how valuable Corvus's cheat death mechanic is. Like, he's fully immune to death while you have at least one glaive charge, so you can beat into kind of big matchups like this, like Electro, where usually there would be so much damage return, and you're immortal. You can't die as long as you have one glaive charge there. So some very cheesy but also very fun matchups for Corvus, and it's great to really see that awakened ability in full effect there, because we've got some crazy value out of it, man. So yeah, a lot of good stuff. Now if you're paying close attention, you might notice that we're regenerating at the start of every fight, and we also have 3 evade charges. So one synergy I'm running today for the true strike is with Proxima Midnight. However, I found for the Act 6 gameplay I really like running Corvus with Nick Fury, Quake, and also Deadpool. So the benefit of Nick Fury and Quake is we gain the 3 evade charges there, which is really nice because it means if we go for like an intercept and fail, we have like 3 safety nets to catch us. And also with the synergy with Deadpool, at the start of every fight we're going to purify the poison and also regenerate a little bit. Now this just helps me if I need it to get some parries at the beginning of the fight in a matchup like Hulkbuster, where we want to parry like a couple of times to shatter the armor and turn it into armor breaks. This synergy is really valuable. So yeah, it just allows me a bit more of a safety net at the start, a few more parries there, and it's quite a nice one to have. So a little bit of a quirky setup, and because of the setup and the couple of safety nets that we do have, it does mean we are sacrificing like a little bit of damage for Corvus. However, we aren't using any boost in today's video, and he's still absolutely cutting through the content, so I thought it was a little bit better to have a bit more of a safety net just to make sure we can easily get through these paths. So yeah, really liking it, man. It's working out really well with the Nick Fury synergies. Morningstar is another matchup that we can absolutely slaughter, even though this is kind of a mini-boss encounter and we do have the class disadvantage here. We still have more than enough for each in the Icarus chapter to absolutely slaughter this lass as a rank 4 champion with suicide masteries. Now, the next fight is the final boss in this chapter, a Mega Red, and I was a little bit concerned whether or not the rank 4 champion, without using any boost, would have the ability to get a Mega Red down, because he's got approximately like double the health of everything before him. So yeah, a little bit concerned about this one, and we're going in with 14 hit points here. We've got Limber, he's got enhanced regeneration, not that he's, you know, really regenerating anything unless you fail at the special one, and if I fail at a special, I'm pretty much dead there. So we dash back at the start just to regenerate a little bit, get a parry, get the armor break in there, and we still have like the opportunity to get another parry, but now we've got degeneration stacks, so we don't. However, that initial like regeneration interval did allow me to kind of get into the special one, which is a really good time. Trying to take it a little bit slower here, hammer a few hits into the block, get some crit damage going on. Here I realize with the Icarus node, I've really got to send this one, so I'm kind of playing fairly aggressively here, using up most of my glaive charges to try and get a supercharged special 2, in the hopes that that is going to be enough to take out a Mega Red here. So yeah, we go for all the hits we can, fire off a special 2, and there we go, man. A perfect finish on the Mega Red boss there, with a 91,000 crit on the Icarus node. So yeah, he's really good for that Icarus chapter, man. Very fun. So I imagine after that, some of you are sat there going, Seatin, that was ridiculous, but the only reason he was so incredibly good and a viable option there was because you did have access to the Icarus node to massively boost up your damage. So I wanted to take him out in a few other quests and really showcase some very interesting Corvus gameplay, and the final boss fight we have today is one of my best fights that I've ever recorded, man. I'm very proud of how we did in it. But before that, we are in the Loki chapter. So again, because we've entered a brand new quest here, we do not have any glaive charges at the moment, so our damage, you know, is a little bit ass for the first fight. That's generally the bane of Corvus Glaive, is the very first fight that you do. You're not going to have too much damage until you can get a charge, and then once you've got one charge, generally it's a pretty damn good time. But this matchup is a little bit annoying. It's an aspect of Evolution Kang, so he's a little bit of a pain in the ass to deal with. We've run out of glaive charges now, so I'm just trying to finish off the final like 10% in Assassin's range. Luckily, we just about have the damage there and take him down in 50 hits. So yeah, not the absolute best matchup there, but again, the first fight is always going to be the worst fight. And moving on to the second fight now, we have one glaive charge, so we're hitting much harder. I think this is like a spiked armor Heimdall, so we are taking a fair bit of damage toward the start of this one, but again, because of the glaive immunity, we don't need to worry too much. I'm hoping attacking into him triggers his auto block, and it does. So what we do then is parry heavy attack to strike him down, and that way we gain the true strike with the Proxima synergy, and also one additional charge as well. So when we attack into him this time, man, we've got 2 charges, and also we can deal some massive damage and bypass his auto block. So yeah, that was pretty fantastic. Do 4 hits into the block there just for a bit of additional damage, and then we just need a very short combo to finish this man off, and there we go, straight in the bin. A much more efficient fight. But now moving onward from this one, we do have an all or nothing bishop with power start 1. So here I'm taking it a little bit slower, just doing double medium combos, because again, I don't want to give him too much power. He does have the all or nothing node, so yeah, it's just parry double medium, and it's great swinging off those for like a guaranteed 5.6k each, you know, every time I throw a double medium. That is like 11,000 damage, man. It's really good. And then we've got him close to the special 3, so we fire off the special 2 here, we get the power drain on the special 2, and then finish him off with a medium light medium combo. So yeah, worked pretty well for that power start all or nothing bishop, but also because bishop is a mutant champion, we gain another glaive charge as well, ready for the Killmonger matchup here. Killmonger is another absolutely perfect matchup for Corvus, just because you can armor break on the parry to disable his reverb. We took a little bit of damage from it there, man. We didn't play it, you know, super efficiently. You got to make sure you keep those armor breaks up in order to keep Killmonger locked down and not getting wrecked from the reverberation damage. But as long as you can, you're going to absolutely slaughter this man. So yeah, I think we're going for a bit of another combo there. Fire off the special 2. We almost got him down. I should have gone for the full combo there earlier, but we parry, finish him off with double medium, and there we go. That's that man sorted. Next up, I wanted to show Corvus against the mutant path in quest number 2 of chapter 1. So this is the combo party path. So if you don't fire off a special in 15 hits, you start to degenerate there. But we can, you know, pretty much ignore that node. I'm mainly aiming for like some very nice special 2 finishes. However, we only have 1 charge at the moment, because you can get 1 charge very easy in this chapter, but because Domino evaded, we managed to parry, strike her down, and also gain true strike in the additional charge, so she can't evade again. But this is a perfect chapter for Corvus. Just again, it's very, very easy to gain your first charge, because on any path that you port to, you've got like a 6000 PI Shrinked Avenger by Karina. So yeah, it's really, really good for the Corvus Glaive ramp up. But we just absolutely cut through that Act 6 Domino like she was nothing, mate. Absolutely slaughtered. Then next up, we've got the backup recovery cable matchup. So this one just needs to be a little bit wary of his power gain, because his power gain combined with backup recovery could create a very bad scenario. And if you do get hit by like a special attack or special 3, you are knocked down on Corvus Glaive, and while you're knocked down, you lose your Glaive immunity. So essentially, if you get hit by a special 3, you are absolutely wrecked when it comes to playing this man. So you got to be very, very careful to not push the opponent to the special 3. Then we also got an additional charge last fight for killing Domino, because she's a mutant champion. So we do have a lot of our damage output here. Just trying to be a little bit careful when it comes to Cable's power gain, because he is shooting up here, especially with the backup recovery and also triple power flood. So yeah, just trying to line it up here for a double medium, and then going straight into a special 2. Managed to execute this man with a 34,000 hit. So that was a pretty nice time, man. That worked out really, really well. Now, next up is another seemingly annoying matchup in the wider spectrum of the game, Nightcrawler. But because we've already got the true strike from knocking Domino down after she evaded, this matchup is really, really easy. We actually even forced him into swashbuckling mode, like in that first combo, because we did like a full 4 combo into the block. Then here, I kind of forgot about the backup recovery nodes, so I'm going to make maybe a little bit of a mistake here. You can see he's going up to the special 3, so I hold block, bait out a heavy attack there. We need to send everything in this combo, and we fire off a special 2 and manage to sort that man out. So I probably should have done a full combo there to be safe before going for the special 2, but you know, it still kind of worked out, so you know, we'll take that one, man. It certainly wasn't too bad. And then next up, we have the Emma Frost matchup, and Emma Frost is an absolutely fantastic matchup to take on with Corvus Glaive, just because every single parry you can armor break, and that means you can get her out of her diamond form very, very easily. So Emma Frost is just, you know, absolutely great fun when fighting with Corvus. We did miss a parry there, but we managed to dodge a special 1, get her power down, get her out of diamond form with an armor break. She does have the backup recovery node, so she's gone back up to a special 1 here. I think we just get back here. We want to dodge it with the inverted controls. Go for an armor break, medium, light, medium, special 2, and this lass is straight in the bin, mate. A really nice 44k execution there in Assassin's range. So if you can get that special 2 final hit to line up with Assassins, it's an absolutely fantastic time. And then we move on to the tech path. So this is another great matchup for Corvus, which is Red Skull, because Red Skull, he's already annoying if he can get all his armor up stacks and gain a huge amount of crit resistance and damage back. However, if you can just armor break all of them on the parry, it's just a really, really easy time to deal with this man. So yeah, Corvus is pretty much the ultimate Red Skull counter, maybe Medusa as well, but you just parry, like all the stacks of armor are gone. It's just easy game, easy life. Then next up on the tech path, we do have a Yondu to deal with, and this fight, I really enjoy the end of it, because we absolutely dominate him toward the end, man. This is a really, really good finish here. We managed to clip him with an intercept, so we've got him to the special 1 now, just trying to bait that out. We managed to get another intercept, medium, light, medium. We punished the block with a full 4 combo there, and that's something that I've been getting very used to playing Corvus, and a little bit better at as well. It's just whenever you see the opponent block, you want to throw 4 hits if you can, just because there's so much damage. So yeah, a couple of medium light dash backs. We go 4 hits into the block, we dash back again, go for a medium light medium, special 2, and that man is absolutely ruined. So yeah, masterful Corvus gameplay there. Not too bad at all. And next up, we have one of the most iconic and annoying matchups in the game, which is Man Infintiy War, who's the biggest pain in the ass to deal with, especially on an aggression armor node as well. However, every single parry is just going to shatter shatter all of that armor and nuke this man down. And also because Iron Man is an Avenger, we get 10 bonus glaive charges, so we got a total of 30 of them, so we don't need to worry about being super conservative when it does come to using those charges in this matchup, which is a really good time. So here we go for a full 5 combo, special 2, and this man is absolutely ruined, like he's a piece of Act 4 trash. So a pretty great time, Now next up, I wasn't too sure if Corvus would be able to do these 2 fights, so this is the mini boss and also final boss in this chapter. So we have a biohazard Sentinel and then just a crazy Ultron with a lot of shock damage. He has that super fun EMP mod node. Now the mistake I make in this matchup is biohazard is fine with Corvus as long as you don't hit into the block, because if you hit into the block you get poisoned, and I'm a bit of a mug. I hit into the block, I totally forgot about this, so this is just, you know, draining all of my health there. So yeah, I'm just a bit of an idiot, lads, just a little bit of an idiot for not really much damage gain in this matchup and scenario. I should have maybe pushed him a little bit lower, but it's going quite well, banking on me evading that special 2, and we managed to get him down, but I did lose all of my health there because I am a complete mug that forgot that Corvus is not immune to poison. Now, if you remember earlier, I did promise that the final matchup today was going to be an epic one, and I don't think I'm going to disappoint in this one, man. This was one of my favorite fights that I've ever done in Marvel Contest of Champions. However, it was a really tricky fight to pull off, so I'm going into this Ultron man. You know, he's got about 200,000 hit points here. With a Corvus, I don't quite have the reach for that, especially considering that I, you know, have 1% health. We're going in with literally 14 hit points here. We get a bit of regeneration at the start, managed to purify the bleed there. However, now we're going in for some medium light mediums. I know he's going to evade shortly, so because this Ultron evades all over the place and I don't have True Strike already, I use the special 1 here, just so that, you know, he can't like evade and like BS kill me, so we're in a little bit of a safer zone, and also it gives us 1 more of the glaive charges as well to ramp up our damage that little bit further. However, the Spy EMP Ultron, he's at 57% now. I've got 3 glaive charges. You know, I've done the math. I figure out I'm not going to be able to kill him with these glaive charges, and if I lose a glaive charge, we've constantly got shock damage ticking on us, so we're going to die. So the only plan right now is to hit into his block and get crit damage through that way. So I'm like, okay, we've got to bait out some blocks, and we just need to chip him down, man. We need to chip this guy down. He's got Spike constantly rolling, so this man is constantly flooding in the power there. So I'm just trying to do like the old like Nightcrawler Sentinel switch trick, kind of dex him at close range and then bait him into blocking and holding the block. But if I accidentally intercept, I'm dead. I've literally got 1 glaive charge here, so this is a you know, a very risky matchup in terms of how matchups are going, but a very fun one as well, man. I'm absolutely loving it at this point. And because Corvus has guaranteed crits through the block when he has a glaive charge, it's dealing about 7,000 damage every single round of combo that we can get. And the rule when it comes to hitting into the opponent's block, you can only throw 4 hits safely. If you throw 5 hits, then you're going to get absolutely nuked. But we're doing quite well, you know. We stayed alive for a period of time, man. I'm getting maybe a little bit excited. I'm like, oh yeah, we can pull this kill off. It's still working. He is stacking up aggression armor. However, I haven't actually seen that affect my damage output at all when it comes to crits through the block here, because I don't think crits anyway are affected by armor. I think they bypass. We did make a little bit of a mistake there and almost got clipped by a special 1. Luckily, that Nick Fury synergy absolutely saved me, so I'm proper happy about that one, man. Nick Fury synergy is just such a good time. We're also in Assassin's range now, so our damage has gone a little bit up. We're dealing about 9,000, almost 10,000 damage every single combo now. You can see we got like a 3.6 and then almost 2.4 off the second 2 hits, and the evades are guaranteed to fail because we got True Strike. We've kept it going. We are almost at the finish line now, ladies and gentlemen. So close, yet also seemingly so far, and I accidentally get an intercept, and at this point, mate, I am so screwed. I have no glaive charges. My damage goes, and then I got killed by the combo party degeneration. Even if I'd like baited that out and waited more time, I would have just died from EMP mod. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen, so close. We almost got him down. That was still a pretty good fight. I'm really happy with that one. So ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy today's video, please do smash that like button. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.